Hello everyone, welcome back to the final match of today of the Resurrection Cup, Codename Genesis 2026. Today we're going to have C21 Waddle Bleep versus C28 Team Auge. Two very interesting teams as well, but also two very different teams in terms of skill sets. So we're looking at a very interesting match today. This is also a loser's bracket match as well. So the team who loses today will be eliminated from the tournament. And yeah, it's going to be a good one. My name is Bernie. I'm joined alongside Tommy. Tommy, how are you feeling, buddy?
I mean, I am excited as you can get. Again, as you said previously, the last match of today, and it is definitely a match to look out for, right? A great point to end the day off. And this time around, as you said before, 21 versus 28 seeded teams are facing off. They are looking to figure out who is worthy enough to get towards the quarterfinals rounds this time around. And I'm really interested to see the performances of the players here, because as someone might know, we might see some of those #1 global ranking players in the lobby. And well, I'm excited to see that, especially considering that most likely the map, the skill sets that they are going to be playing are going to be picked today.
Yeah, both of these teams are very interesting. Starting off with Waddle Bleep, they did lose 5-1 against Codename in the round of 32. But interestingly enough, also Team Auge did lose 5-0 to Ballner. But the funny thing, in qualifiers, both of these teams are top 2 in the DT3. So that is also a very fun fact for you. For you people that are watching at home, but we do have some well-known players in, at least in Team Auge. You have the current #1 player in the entire world, Krishina, very specialized in high BPM and high AR and DT as well. So those are going to be things to look out for. But both of these teams are very different, but also kind of similar in terms of skill sets. So we'll see how that goes. Here we go. We're gonna start out the band phase, and we're gonna see the first band coming in from Team Auge, if I'm not mistaken. And honestly, just looking at some of these players and some of their weaknesses as well, I'm guessing maybe they're going for either a hidden 2 or a no mod 5 ban. Most of these players aren't really all that good in those low AR kind of picks, so maybe that's something that Team Auge really want to throw out the window. So either no mod 5 or hidden 2. As far as Waddle Bleep, however, maybe they could go for some of those more high AR kind of maps as well, because some of the players aren't really that comfortable. I could see maybe a DT1 ban, honestly. That's like the highest AR map in the entire pool, AR 10.3. So maybe that could be a ban for them. But I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what both of these teams will go for in terms of bans. But yeah, Tommy, let me know how you're feeling, buddy.
I mean, I am, again, a little bit excited, a little bit looking forward to what will be the bans here. Again, you did say that HD2 is a potential ban coming in from Team Auge here, right? But it is a bit of a question one, right? Simply because while qualifiers scores were a little bit more sided favorably towards the Team Iris here, Team Waddle Bleep, no matter actually towards the Team Auge, but in the round of 32, Team Waddle Bleep were able to outperform on HD2 comparatively to Team Auge. So it is again a little bit of a throwback, a little bit of a coin flip, at least this time around, especially considering that the type of HD2 that we are going to be seeing today is very different from what we might have seen in the round of 32, but I guess we can talk about a little bit later, considering the first ban has been decided and it will be Nomad 4 coming in from Team Auge.
Yeah, it makes sense actually that they would ban no mod 4. They did also ban no mod 4 in the round of 32 against Team Ballner. So I don't know, maybe they want to keep it fairly consistent in terms of their bans. Unfortunately, we're not going to see this map, this being also one of my favorite maps in the entire pool. Unfortunately, I'm not going to see it, but It is the Team Auge ban, and Team Waddle Bleep is actually going for the DT3 ban, which is interesting as well. I thought they would go for something, like the DT1, like I mentioned, but DT3 also does make some sense. It's 270 BPM bursts, so they kind of just want to throw that out the window and not give space for players like Krishina, for example, time to shine on this kind of map. But first pick right now will be from Waddle Bleep, and it will be Hard Rock 1.
And that makes sense again, right? The Nomad 4 has been banned, and HR1 is pretty much going to be representing the same skill sets here. This time around, it is basically a combination of tech, slider aim, and just overall aim control on the HR1 sword. So it's going to be really fun to watch, and Team Waddle Bleep is definitely a favorite on this one, at least this time around. But I'm really interested to see who will be facing off against them from the Team Auge, because honestly, I do not think they have a complete roster for that tech type of skill set, while Hard Rock is generally a little bit more stable for them, right? Krishina is able to go towards Hard Rock 1, Hard Rock 2's skill sets, at least basically, but this time around, we might see some unexpected faces coming in from Team Rose.
Yeah, Team Waddle Bleep on the other side, however, they do have some very, very good Hard Rock players, mainly Viniopoly and Sargi as well. I'm not too sure about their third player. It could also be Lil Bread, for example, but maybe those could be the three players that Team Waddle Bleep will go for. However, like you mentioned, Tommy, on Team Auge, I am not too sure who they could go for here. It's going to be a big coin toss, honestly. I'm pretty sure they don't really have any players that really specialize in either Hard Rock or Slider Tech, which are the main skill sets for this map. So it's going to be interesting to see who the players will be for this map as we get ready in just a few moments for the first map of this match between Team Auge and Waddle Bleep. It's going to be this Hard Rock 1. 2 minutes 49 seconds. And it's going to be a good one, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see how things will go. We're seeing the good lucks in chat. And let's do this.
Indeed, good luck, have fun is in the chat. That means that we are going to be starting soon. The map, the intro is coming, and we already can kind of see what we can expect from this map little by little, especially considering that the score difference will be flying a little bit towards the Team Rose sides simply because of some accuracy discrepancies. Of course, it is just an intro, it's not going to be mattering that much, but the overall atmosphere, the overall tone of the map is already set, and as we are going to be heading towards the first kind of a build-up KI section soon enough, we are already going to be seeing a first break coming in from Viniopoly, and that is not a great omen for the Team Waddle Bleep.
Yeah, Waddle Bleep finding some early breaks from Viniopoly, but Sargi and Lil Bread are still holding on as the map starts to build up, and we are going to enter the first big slider section. Lil Bread finding the first break here in the slider section. Freak Master to follow on the Rose side. Maxim and Auge are still holding on to those full combos as well. Sargi on the side of Waddle Bleep. Lil Bread finding a break. Sargi actually finds a break. Viniopoly still holding on to the bigger combo on Waddle Bleep, but there goes Maxim. Maxim finding a break on the side of Team Auge, and Auge is finding the bigger combo, albeit with very low accuracy. Everyone kind of not really holding on to good accuracy, with the exception of Lil Bread, for example, on the side of Waddle Bleep, holding on to a very respectful 97.9% accuracy. But besides that, nothing really happening, and the lead right now is on the side of Waddle Bleep, but Viniopoly actually finds a break just before the pause.
Yeah, we are going into the break section of this map halfway through, and we already see that the score difference is not a big one, only 40k, mostly on the supportive combos coming in from Team Waddle Bleep in the face of Sario and Lil Bread. But there is still going to be the last K section, last possible moment, last possible chance to get a comeback for Team Auge, but they have to continue, they have to get enough combos, they have to outperform here Team Waddle Bleep, but it seems like it is going to be an easier job than expected. At least Viniopoly finally find a break in the slow section of of this map. In the build-up, Auge is going to be trading it out, but this map is going to be starting soon. The last quarter is here, the build-up is happening, and now the decisive factor will be who is going to be taking the first map of this matchup.
Yeah, and Maxim still holding on to combo on the side of Team Auge, if I'm not mistaken. And Viniopoly is actually still holding on to the bigger combo on the side of Team Waddle Bleep. But the lead is still on their side, and there goes Maxim. There goes a full combo reset on the side of Team Auge, and that is what Team Waddle Bleep needs for this moment right now. Auge finding another break, and Viniopoly is still holding on to combo with a nice backup from Lil Bread, and I think this map is set in stone for Waddle Bleep, and it is going to be the first point for them in this match.
Well, it seems like that is going to be the case. Incredible performance, incredible first pick coming in for a team of Waddle Bleep, and deserved first point on board, especially considering some of those performances. 500k from Lil Bread with only one miss together with Sario. 400k, a little bit over combo, but still the job done nicely, as we are going to be heading finally towards the second pick and the first pick for Team Rose in a moment.
Yeah, good performances overall from all 6 members in the lobby, but Waddle Bleep did find the point that they needed, the point that they wanted here in their first pick. So right now it's going to be Team Auge, and they're going to be picking, and I'm not too sure what they could go for here. Maybe they just want to start, the speed abuse pretty much. They do have the DT2 still. They do have the no mod 2 as well. That could be really good for both of the players. So yeah, I think maybe a DT2 or a no mod 2. There we go. It's going to be the DT2 picked by Team Auge, and it's going to be a very fun map. It's going to be kind of different from your regular no mod 2. This is 240 BPM speed, and it's not going to be your usual just lower BPM tapping. This is going to be pure speed at 240 BPM, 2 minutes and 5 seconds of drain time, ladies and gentlemen. So not a very long map as well, but hopefully it will go. DT2. I was mentioning no mod 2. Yep. I am so sorry. Oops. So correction, 270 BPM, 3 minutes and 23 seconds. And it's going to be just pure stamina all around the board. Tommy, what do you think of this pick from Team Auge?
I mean, this time around DT2 is really supposed to be much more comfortable for Team Auge for sure. As you mentioned previously, 207 BPM and 3 minutes 23 seconds of drain time on this map is going to be the name of the game. Map by Radio Wind is going to be just an incredible check of stamina and flow aim, surprisingly. You have to stay focused, you have to keep your mind on the map, especially as you're going to be seeing some of those doubles just sprinkled through your streams, some incredibly strange direction changes that you have to react to appropriately if you don't want to get a big chain miss. And honestly, I do feel like Team Auge, especially some of those incredible players like Maxim, iShark, Krishina, they are supposed to be just to destroy this map. I am not going to be surprised if we are going to be seeing some FCs on board this time around, but the only trouble for them, Team Waddle Bleep, is not any slacker. There is no any slackers on this type of skill set. They are able to perform, they are able to answer, and that is just a question if they are going to be able to do this today on this type of map, and if the skill cap is high enough for Team Auge to shine through.
Yeah, Team Auge is gonna be playing this DT2. Let's see what the team composition will be for both of these teams. And we're definitely going to see Krishina. And yeah, there we go. Krishina, Auge, and Maxim coming in for the Rose side. On the Iris side, we're having some technical difficulties. But I think I saw Lil Bread there. And there we go. We have some technical difficulties happening here, ladies and gentlemen. But hopefully everything is gonna be fixed pretty soon. And yeah, there we go. We see Wukio coming in as well for Waddle Bleep, and we see Might as well as Lil Bread. So full rosters in we're just fixing these technical difficulties that we're having right now, and there we go. We already see, we see here Kreishina still holding on to that full combo as well as Auge. Might is also holding on to that full combo on the side of Team Waddle. And there we go. Everyone already synced up. Everyone in the lobby. And right now there's a 20k lead for Team Auge because of Kreishina and their combo.
Yeah, already first quarter in, and it seems like they are just going insane. The only difference is of course a combo one. The little break already actually, never mind that it seems like it was a bunch of break after all. There are still 2 FCs on board from both of the sides. No mind that might will be finding after all a break and another one after that slider break. After the slider break, giving an opportunity to get the score difference back towards the team rolls if they're going to be able to just hold long enough as we are holding a little bit towards that second half. All just going to be finally finding a miss of his own and just equalizing the overall difference between the two teams. The score difference is just flickering back and forth to 20k to other side, then to 20k to another, just in a matter of seconds, as we are already, you cannot really predict what is going to be happening on this type of map. To run 7 BBM stamina is just not something that you can be completely comfortable on, but Kreishina and Ice Shark are doing their best, holding, Kreishina still holding in the C, Maxim getting incredible support combo with incredible accuracies, but Team Waddle Bleep is trying their best to recover as well, but there is just not enough combo on their board.
Yeah, Kreishina finding a performance of a lifetime here in this DT2, as well as Maxime. Maxime with a very good supporting combo for Kreishina, and also very good accuracy. However, on the side of Waddle Bleep, Lil Brett is trying to recover some combos, as well as Might and Wukio. And there goes Lil Brett, actually, and there goes Auge to follow as well. But it's still the Kreishina and Maxime show happening here, ladies and gentlemen. They're still holding on to their full combos. No signs of stopping. Maxime and Kreishina, all eyes on them right now. The score differences doesn't really matter. We have a quarter of the map left, and there's nothing that Waddle Bleep can do right now, because Kreishina and Maxim are still going. There's no signs of stopping them. There goes Kreishina finally finding a break, but Maxim still holding on to the big combo, 1.7k combo, and still climbing, but there goes Maxim as well, and this could have been a chance for Waddle Bleep to come back from this, but unfortunately the damage has been done. Kreishina and Maxime with a very good performance for Team Auge and finding a point on the board.
Stamina is just too far gone for Team Waddle Bleep, unfortunately for them, and with that the 500k score difference within the two teams will be the deciding factor and will be given an equalizer towards the team rolls, Team Auge. And on that note, they are absolutely happy with their performance. The only question is if they are going to be able to continue that further into the match, because the speed maps are going to run out and you will have to dab towards some of those other skill sets.
Yeah, next pick is going to be from Waddle Bleep, and yeah, they could still go for those hard rocks. Maybe they still have the hard rock too, albeit I'm not too sure if they are very comfortable with the precision of Hard Rock 2, but hopefully everything will turn out fine. For Team Auge, I think the Hard Rock 2 would be the worst case scenario for them. They're not very comfortable in terms of precision. So, yeah, I'm not too sure here what Waddle Bleep could do, but if I had to guess, it could be either the Hard Rock 2 or the Fremont 2 as well. Both of those maps are more leaning in towards the precision. However, the Fremont 2 also has the reading aspect. So maybe I'm more inclined to say Hard Rock 2 for this one.
I mean, yeah, as you mentioned before, Team Waddle Bleep has only 2 definite advantages over Team Auge here, and they are quite simple: tech maps and HR. Simply because of that increased CS, so they're definitely going to be feeling quite comfortable on maps like HR2, and that is why we are going to be seeing it in the lobby finally. What a map! Absolutely very interesting to see an original Resurrection Cup 2026. Very good, very interesting CS 6.5 precision check with a little bit of focus on the full aim aspect of this map. Very consistent, 2 minutes 30 seconds of drain time. just a joy to watch and continue on. I have to get a shout out because the song has been made by Ptar124 and mapped by River Sim, which are kind of a goated people.
Yeah, very banger map from Riverism. This map, this Hard Rock 2, does focus on aim, but also has a big focus on streams as well at 192 BPM. So that could be also a thing to check out for. However, those 192 BPM streams at CS 6.5, they're going to really test people, the player's flow aim. They're going to test the player's precision as well. So it's going to be a real big test for some of these players, but you do have players, for example, on Waddle Bleep, you have Vinopoly, you have Sargi as well, who are very good at these hard rock kind of maps. But you also have Lil Bread. Lil Bread, if I'm not mistaken, and from what I've seen, looks like to be the most all-rounded player in this Canadian roster as well. So it's going to be an interesting one to see. On the side of Team Auge, I am not too sure what they could do here. They don't really have any hard rock specialists or precision specialists for that matter. So it's going to be interesting to see what they're going to do here with Team Auge. And map is going to be starting, sorry. And here we go. Hard Rock 2 time, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see how everything goes.
Yeah, the intro is coming, and I guess we will see who is going to be, what are going to be the rosters from both of the teams. As you might expect, Maxim Ice Shark is coming in for Team Auge together with the man itself, the Auge, and number one player in the OS, Krishina, while they are going to be facing off against the Waddle, Bleeps, Saryu, Liobret, and Vinopoly. Again, just a little bit of an atmospheric intro at the start of this map, just to get you started, get you going, heading towards the actual hard map of this actual hard part of this map, and you can already kind of see what you can expect from this map. Some just an interesting patterns, a little bit linear, a little bit different, and we are starting off little by little with the full aim checks.
Yeah, so we see Krishina, Maxim, and Auge coming in for the roadside. Maxim actually finding a break, so does Krishina. So right now, it's only Auge having the combo advantage on the roadside. However, everyone on Waddle Bleep, Sargi, Lil Bread, and Vinopoly are still holding on to their respective full combos. And shoutouts to Sargi, actually, holding on to 99.4% accuracy. What a good accuracy to hold right in the early moments of this map. And Krishina finding some difficulties here in this precision check here for this Hard Rock 2.
Yeah, and as we are already heading towards the second half of the map, as I mentioned previously, is not a long one. 2 minutes 30 seconds of drain time is already showing up as well. The slow part is of course coming in, and we can already just expect what is happening at the moment. 250k score difference is heading towards the team Waddle Bleep, mostly because of the incredible performance that Saryu is doing right now. Krishina is going to be falling on the slow part. Time and time again, Auge and Maxim are trying their best to get some recovery combo towards the team side, but that is not going to be enough. If Saryu is not going to be finding the miss, but that is going to be the case. But there is no combo left from the team Auge. The field has been shaken. The only combo on the side, on the whole lobby, is Lil Brett, I believe, is Vinopoly. For some reason, I do not see a combo from Vinopoly. That might be the matchup problem, but it does not matter. The score difference is still high enough. They have to just hold on a little bit longer to secure that point towards the side. Hold just a little bit more, but it is still going to be a hardest section because the ending is brutal. There's a lot of just buttons that you have to get through, a lot of low aim checks, but they are little by little they're able to perform on the point. And if it's that 130k difference will be, after all, the reason why Team Waddle Point are going to be getting a second point on board.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what happened to Vinopoly. They did stop playing the map halfway through. The reason they have 174 misses, but still that really didn't affect Waddle Bleep's performance here. They still won the map, although I am actually curious to see what happened to Vinopoly. So Yeah. But another point for Waddle Bleep. Very good performances overall. Shout out to Sari for having this 4-miss, 98% accuracy. Very good performance. And Team Auge will instantly pick the DT1. They're going to be picking this very weird DT1, by the way. So the thing with this DT1 is not going to be a usual kind of aim, anime aim farm map. This is going to be a little bit more awkward. It's going to be high BPM as well, AR 10.3, and it's going to be a little bit. It also has some alt elements to it, if you believe me or not. So this is a very interesting DT1, kind of different from what we are used to seeing in tournaments. So very good stuff. Very good stuff. Shout out to the pooling team for this one.
I mean, this DT1 is definitely a bit of an outlier, right? One way or another. It is, first of all, a short map. 1 minute 28 seconds of the drain time after DT. And even considering that we are only going to be seeing AR 10.3 that you mentioned before, it does not really feel like so. And the reason why is because scattered throughout there is going to be some 342 BPM jumps that you have to get through. And the bigger problem is not just the pure speed of your jumps that you're going to have to hit in. Some of them are going to be slightly overlapped with sliders, so you will not have that much time to read them through, and that might just trip up some players here. Of course, Team Auge are feeling confident, considering that they are picking this in, right? Auge is going to be for sure coming on to this to face off against the Team Waddle Bleep on this type of map. Maybe iShark might be playing too. I'm not so sure about the third play here, but I'm pretty sure they are going to be doing great as well. But the Team Waddle Bleep, I'm not completely confident here, simply because I do not think we have a lot of players that are fully confident on those high BPM jumps and high BPM aim.
Yeah, it is going to be an interesting one to see. And yeah, the high AR will definitely be on the side of Team Auge. And let's see how things will turn out for them for this one. And we already see the players in the lobby. We see Kryshina, Maxim, and Auge as well. Lil Brad, Sari, and Wukyo on the side of Waddle Bleep. And we're already starting here the first few moments here. Nothing really happening so far. Both teams seem to be on equal standing in terms of accuracy. There goes Kryshina actually finding the first miss. So it's going to be an interesting one to see. Kryshina mainly known for their flow aim abilities, not so much for their actual aim per se, but let's see how it goes for them.
Yeah, definitely a bit of a trouble, but as we are already getting towards the second half, the map is again a very short one. There is some troubles. It seems like the score difference will be swinging a little bit towards the team Rolls here, as there is just more combo on board for them. The recovery from Wukyo is not going to be enough if you are not going to be seeing more breaks coming in from Team Rolls here, and it is just a trouble. They have to pray for a big breakdown right now from the Team Rolls, and it is not happening. The Kryshina, Maxim, and all just trying their best. They are getting some of the combo on board. Maxim is going to be finding the break, but it was finally traded by Sario here together with Wukyo, and it seems like the score difference is not going to be, unfortunately, going towards the Team Waddle Bleep. Maybe it will be changing as Kryshina and Auge were able to find some more misses on the board, but it is, I don't think there is enough combo on board, unfortunately, as Lil Brett did his best, got an FC, I believe, on board, but it was not enough.
Very good scores from the side of Team Auge. Kryshina actually holding on to a very almost 99% accuracy, as well as everyone else in Team Auge. Unfortunately, Lil Brett did find the FC with 99.6% accuracy, but unfortunately the rest of the team couldn't really keep up, and the overall team score for Auge was just better. And another point on the board for them. Match is tied 2-2. And right now, next pick will be from Waddle Bleep. So for Waddle Bleep, I am not too sure. I at this point. They do have that Fremont 2 that I did mention earlier on, which does have the precision element, so they could actually go for those. I wouldn't really go for maybe the Nomad 2. I wouldn't really go for that because you still have players like Krishina and Auge as well on that team. So again, Fremont 2 would be my main pick. Also, either of the Fremonts really could go in their favor. So I'm kind of excited to see what to go for.
I mean, yeah, there is of course some ideas that they can try, right? For example, Nomad 3, they did have a decently similar performance in the qualifiers, right? But considering the Nomad 4, considering the HR1 that they were scores that they were able to perform, that might be a way to go for them, right? But maybe that is not really the case for them today. Maybe they're not feeling that confident, and in that case, I do think that heading towards some of those more gimmicky, more reading-based maps might be a little bit of a better idea here. Nomad 5 HD2 are still on board, but it seems like the decision has been made and that is a different one. Fremont 2 is on the table. OWC 2025 quarterfinals, Fremont 2. What you would expect, just a very interesting map to watch out for, especially with some of those Pentagon and general aim control patterns.
Yeah, like I mentioned, yeah, this Fremont 2 is the obvious pick here for Waddle Bleep. It does have the precision elements that they are very known for. It does have some reading elements as well, for the players that are playing with Hidden. And also, for Fremont rules for this one, everyone will have to bring a mod. There's no mods, so it's going to be... there has to be one hidden and one hard rock mandatory, and then the third player will have to bring either hidden, hard rock, flashlight, or easy. Easy multiplier will be 1.8x for all maps, so it's going to be interesting to see. And for players, however, Waddle Bleep, I think they're going to be bringing, the Vinopoly, Sari, and Lil Bread trifecta for this one. For Team Auge, I am not too sure what they can go for here. Maybe, I think they could bring back Krishina, although Krishina didn't really perform all that well in the precision picks, so I am not too sure what they could go for here. So we'll have to wait and see for what Team Auge will bring to the table, and yeah, good luck, have fun to both teams.
I mean, yeah, I can only say one thing for sure is that Auge will be facing off against the team Waddle Bleep here with HT, right? I believe he's like one of the only players from the team roles here that are a little bit more confident on this mode, right? But considering the other players, I am pretty much expecting WHR coming in, probably from iShark and Krishina, but we are going to be seeing if that is the case in a moment as the map is starting, the intro is here, and we already see the rosters. It seems like the Auge is not even in the lobby. The typical Shane is going to be with Hidden here, facing off for Team Rose, and trying to their best to get a decent performance as, Waddle Bleep are facing off with Vinopoly, Lil Bread, and Sario, with actually, I believe, double HDs, no, one HD from Sario, but still, was great start for them, and not an incredible one for sure, as the score difference is just fine by towards the Team Auge, but again, that is just a first quarter of this map.
Yeah, we see here Typical Shane, also known as Solid Guard, coming in from Team Auge, coming in for this Fremont 2, and we see Maxime holding on to a very big, substantial, almost 400 combo. So that's really keeping Team Auge here in the lead. However, on the side of Waddle Bleep, you see a lot of struggles coming in from Sari and also Lil Bread fighting a break right now. Only Vinopoly right now holding on to combo. There goes Maxime, which was a bigger combo for Team Auge. And there's no really big combo happening in the entire lobby. I guess you could say Vinopoly is a bigger combo right now, holding on to just a little bit over 300. But besides that, that. I am not too sure really what else could happen here. There goes Solid Guard finding a break, and Krishina and Maxim are holding on to very similar combos. Solid Guard finding another break as well. Vinopoly actually building up a very good combo and actually could bring the lead to Waddle Bleep if they can hold on to this combo. It's 12k. Lil Brad does find a break. Very unfortunate. Vinopoly still holding on to a big combo. It's only 20k. It could still flip, but there goes Lil Brad once again. Maxime trying their best right now to hold combo for Team Auge, but there goes Vinopoly. There goes Vinopoly. Unfortunate for Waddle Bleep. They were holding on to a very big combo right up until the final moments, but we already see that the map is coming to a close. Maxime was able to build up a very good combo right at the end, and there we go. 108,000 score difference will bring a break point to Team Auge.
What a great performance indeed. And the only thing that we can say for sure is that it will show us a slight hidden dependency, hidden troubles from Team Auge right now, right? A possible pick to go for Team Waddle in the future, but they have to get to it first, and considering that the pick will be going towards the Team Rose right now, it is a trouble. It is a trouble in the town, and I'm quite, yeah, of course it is going to be Noma 2, and you cannot expect anything further. Noma 2 is going to be the pick from Team Auge right now. 240 BPM classic burst speed is here, and honestly I'm really interested to see it, especially because it is also a little bit of an older map, right? It has been made way back in the 2021 for also Japan tournament grand finals as Noma 5, but well, I guess we are switching things around here, and Noma 2 will be the thought that this map is being pulled on.
Yeah, this is more Nomad 5 coded than anything else, but here we are having it in the Nomad 2, the slot pool here. 240 BPM, it's going to be 2 minutes and 5 seconds, and it's just going to test your speed here. So we can definitely see that Krishina will be playing for this map for Team Auge, but you also have Auge and Maxime as well. They could really bring in some very good scores for Team Auge. On the Yaris side, Waddle Bleep, they do have Wukio. I think Wukio will be a good stay here for Team Waddle Bleep. Might as well could be coming in for this one, and as well as Lil Brad. So if I had to guess players from Waddle Bleep, it would be Lil Brad, Wukio, and Might coming in for this one. But we will have to wait and see. Both of teams are preparing their rosters. And reminder, it's 3-2 right now to Team Auge. Team Auge just got their break point, their much needed break point, winning Free Mod 2, which was Waddle Bleep's pick. So let's see how things go for this Nomad 2, and let's see if Team Auge can extend their lead and go into match point. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Here we have Nomad 2, 240 BPM.
240 BPM it will be as we are already starting, and you can see that those bursts are going to be continuous throughout all of this map. They are pretty consistent. There is no real place to really catch a breezer, I guess, but well, I do not feel confident that any of the players in this lobby are really needed something like a breezer on this type of map. They are all feeling quite confident except for one, now two actually, early breaks coming in from Rukio and Might. Not a great omen, but it is but a start of this map, and anything can change, of course, but still an early combat advantage will be going towards the Team Rose here. I do believe that they are going to be able to hold on for it for quite a long time, especially as Krishina is still holding double S towards the team.
Yeah, Krishina is still holding on to that SS is a sight to behold as we see the 240 BPM streams here just going in strong. But there's the break from Krishina actually, and now it's just Auge holding on to combo for the side of Team Auge. So That's also interesting to see, but Might and Lil Bread are holding on to good combos. Might still holding on to the FC, and the score difference is going down slowly but surely to the side of Team Waddle Bleep, 3K, but there's a break from Lil Bread as the score was about to flip. Very unfortunate break from Lil Bread.
But the map is still not over. There is some still opportunities, especially as Might was able to get incredible supporting combo from their own. Now already sitting at around 800 combo and only increasing bit by bit. But the only trouble for them is that it is pretty much fully traded by Auge right now. The score differences are going to be falling around, especially as the more and more misses coming in from both of the teams. The only combo on board right now is Lil Brett and Bukyo, the only two people that are able to get the break point towards the Team Waddle Bleep. As the last quarter is here, there is only so much nose left in the map. It will be the difference maker if they're going to be able to hold on just a little bit longer. You have to stay focused, but they are doing it. The score difference is increasing and the map is pretty much over, and they were able to do it after all. 95k score difference, and that is another second breakpoint of this match.
Very unfortunate. You didn't mention it, Tommy, but Kryshina did find a very massive note lock in one of those sections there, and that kind of just helped Waddle Bleep just get the lead and stay with it for the remainder of the final moments of the map. And yeah, Waddle Bleep finding a break point. So back-to-back break points, ladies and gentlemen. Very good stuff. And also very good scores all around. Auge having the highest score in the entire lobby, but wasn't enough to defeat Waddle Bleep and take a point from them. And now it is back 3-3. It is still tied. And yeah, so this is going to be Waddle Bleep's final pick. And oh man, indeed. I am not sure. They could still go for those free mods. Honestly, they do have the free mod 1, they have the free mod 3. They could take advantage of those hard rocks and kind of run with it. They could still, however, I guess, go for the no mod pool. They have the no mod 1, the no mod 3, and the no mod 5. They could go for those. But my guess will be either one of the 3 mods, and it is gonna be free mod 3. This one is a banger, ladies and gentlemen.
That's for sure. It is, at least personally, a second best song in the spool for me, but damn, I am not even really sure how to describe this map. I guess the best combination of words would be rhythm tech, right? Because there is a lot of general tech patterns that you have to go through, but they are combined with just general and constant almost switch in the timing, switch in the rhythms that you have to tap to. And I do feel that the one that is feeling more comfortable, that is getting some better finger control on this type of map, will be the winner here. But who is it going to be? I have no idea, especially after some of those maps, after no mod 2, after free mod 2. It is up for the grabs for anyone here.
Yeah, this map is going to be a big coin toss in my opinion. Yeah, line set by Nitro here. And Osu loved map as well. This has been kind of... I think this map has been pulled in other tournaments as well. But like you mentioned, Tommy, this is going to be pretty much just rhythm tech. It's going to be alt tech as well. So it's going to be an interesting one. Like you mentioned, a lot of rhythm changes, a lot of tapping changes as well. So it is going to be interesting to see also the players who are going to bring hard rock for this and the players who are going to bring hidden, because those are going to be two different mountains to climb here. But with hidden, you have the problem with like seeing the circles and seeing the rhythms and understanding them. The problem with hard rock is going to be the smaller circle size, the precision. So it is going to be interesting to see how both of these teams will pan this out. And again, this is Waddle Bleep's final pick, so they could potentially here get another point on the board and go into match point. So let's see how everything will go as both teams are ready and we are getting started with this free mod 3. Freakmaster Maxime Auge on Team Auge, Lil Brad, Sarye, and Vinopoly on Waddle Bleep. Let's go.
Let's go. As we already can see some of those tech elements that I mentioned previously, right? A lot of just overall sliders, a lot of triangles actually, which is quite customary considering the background of the song, of this map in particular. But yeah, quite a nice map indeed. The build-up is happening, and you can already see that there is some score difference, there is some comfort difference, as Freakmasters is going to be the first one to find a break in this lobby. This accuracy is also much better towards the Team Iris' side this time around, and they are just running away with it. It's already sitting at 600k score difference in the first quarter of this map, and they're only looking further to increase it further and further.
Yeah, 100k score difference at the very early moments in the map. It is a good sight to behold if you're Waddle Bleep, but if you're Team Auge, then it's not really looking very good. But you have Auge and Maxime holding on to the bigger combos on their teams, but you still have Waddle Bleep who are holding on combos on low bread. But there goes a break from Vinopoly, and also a break happened from Syri. I didn't really notice it, but that is actually gonna decrease their advantage by a little bit, by at least 10,000 points, because you still have full combos from Maxime and Auge, both on those hard rocks, still going, and the score difference is decreasing slowly but surely, but you still have low bread on that big combo as well as on the hard rock. But there goes Auge finding a break, and that is going to help Waddle Bleep. There's a break right after from Vinopoly, but you still have the big combos on low bread, and Syri still going, and Maxime as well inside of Team Auge still holding on, as we see here these big sliders happening, and Auge finding a break here on the sliders, as well as Vinopoly. Low bread, however, is still going. This is low bread, but low bread finding a break. Very unfortunate. Maxime, however, still going with the full combo, hitting the sliders, and there's a big breaks happening everywhere. Maxime as well finding a break.
Yes, there is only so much combo left in the map, and they are doing their best to get some of that advantage back towards the side, towards the Team Auge here, but it is not going to be happening, especially as well. There is just not enough combo towards the side, and the score difference will be only increasing towards the Team Waddle Bleep as the map is finished, and now Team Iris will be sitting at a match point. Team Auge will be having some trouble, some nerves coming in towards the side, especially considering there is not a lot of maps that they really can go for. There is no typing left. You have to go towards something unorthodox for them, and that is always a gamble.
So now Waddle Bleep is at match point. They have a chance here to close out the match, but that chance to close out the match will be in the hands of Team Auge and whatever they pick next. And I hate to say it, they do still have they don't really have any picks, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. I guess they have no mod 1, no mod 3, no mod 5. They still have the hidden pool quite open, and they have the free mod 1. So I'm not too sure here what they could do, because for their main skill sets, which speed, tapping, high BPM, they don't really have much. So I'm not too sure really what they could go for, but they could probably go for that free mod 1. It is awkward aim, so maybe it could work out in their favor, but it's very much a coin flip. But no, they're going for that no mod 3. We're going with timeout Daitai Noid, mapped by Vastly, and this is going to be your snap alt check, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, that is honestly quite a trouble right now, right? Because Team Auge again is just not completely known, I guess, to be incredibly proficient on this type of skill set, right? Snap alt especially, but I guess they are just a little bit unsure. There is no real direction to go for them. Maybe I would have seen Fremont 1 as a little bit of a better pick, honestly, personally, but well, it is how it is. The normal 3 is on the table, and this snap out aim for 2 minutes and 43 seconds, 48 seconds will be the trouble as the name of the game here. Generally, it is very consistent. There is not a lot of breaks again to really gather your thoughts on. But there is going to be some ideas, some choke points, especially in the end of the third and start of the second one. But generally, I do feel like the ones that are going to be just a little bit more confident, have a little bit more control over their nerves right now in this moment, will be the team to win here, because Team Waddle Bleep are not that proficient on this type of skills either, and we have seen that in the qualifiers. So it is a gamble, it is a coin flip, but it is the only real maps that you had to go for.
Yeah, I think all of these maps are very much coin flips at this moment. So I guess Team Auge decided to go for the coin flip on the Nomad 3. So let's see how everything will go. Players are in lobby, and we're starting with this Nomad 3, ladies and gentlemen, and it is going to be Freakmaster, Maxim, Auge on the roadside, Iris side for Waddle Bleep, Saryi, Lil Bread, and Vinopoly, the trifecta that played most of the maps for Waddle Bleep. So let's see how things will work out. And we already see a small advantage for Waddle Bleep, and Maxim finding an early break. Nothing to worry about, however, but there goes Auge as well. So now it's just Freakmaster holding on to full combos. Never mind, no one on Team Auge is holding on to full combos. And there's still full combos on Saryi and Lil Bread. So that's going to give them an early 60k advantage, but there goes Vinopoly as well.
I mean, definitely a good start for Team Waddle Bleep right now, but you have to continue doing what you are doing right now further into the map. Again, it is not a big one. There is not going to be a lot of just times that you have to hold on for, and especially with some more misses coming in from Team Rolls, especially from Freakmaster, it's going to be a job even easier for Team Iris here, but it is not going to be the absolute breeze. Asari is going to be the first one from the side to find a break, followed closely behind by Vinopoly and Lil Bread actually. Now mind that it seems like the score, the combo from the side has been reset. The only one chasing right now any kind of a great performance rate is Maxim. The Ice Shark is the one to came out from the waters and try to hunt down the Team Waddle Bleep here, trying his best already halfway through the map, and is the only reason why Team Rose is closing down on the score that Team Iris is producing.
Team Auge finding themselves with a big combo on Maxim, and that could really help them bring this back if Maxim can hold on, and if Team Waddle can actually keep finding breaks. And there goes Saryi. There's only Vinopoly and Lil Bread holding on to combos, and there it goes. The score will flip to the side of Team Auge, and if they can keep this up, they will force tiebreaker. Ladies and gentlemen, let's see if Maxim can hold on in these final moments of the map. There's a quarter left. Maxim needs to hold on for dear life if they want to make this happen for their team, but there's no really supportive combos. There's no Freakmaster, no Auge holding on to big combos, but Maxim can do it by himself. Will he be able to hold on to combo right up until the final moments of the map? There's no combos right now happening on the side of Waddle Bleep. Maxim still going, holding on to combo for their team. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna have tiebreaker between Team Auge and Waddle Bleep, as Maxim is still holding on for dear life. It's Maxim versus the world here, ladies and gentlemen, and there we have it. Ladies and gentlemen, we have tiebreaker.
The Shark has smelled the blood and gone for the kill here. Maxim, incredible performance, almost a reverse shock, I believe, right now on this Nomad 3, and he's the only sole reason why we are going to be seeing a tiebreaker right now. But what a time, what a performance, what a tiebreakers that we are going to be seeing. And the only trouble right now for Team Waddle Bleep is that this tiebreaker in particular is much more favored towards the Team Auge right now. As you might have seen, Codename of the Sky, just incredible song, made by Wavy, is going to be going on for almost 8 minutes, 7 minutes and 48 seconds of the drain time. Just a pure flow aim and general tapping stamina and again, full aim skill set check, and I really feel like this time around it is going to be, again, maybe a little bit of a question who feels less nervous, but again, after that incredible number 3 win right now, Team Auge are ready to show up for the challenge and show why they are worthy enough to go towards that quarterfinals of the Resurrection Cup 2026.
Like you mentioned, Tommy, this map on paper is more favored to the side of Team Auge, but you can't really underestimate Waddle Bleep. They are here on tiebreaker, so everything can go either way. So we have this monster of a map, 7 minutes and 48 seconds of drain time, and it is going to be a Resurrection Cup original by TGRX, mapped by Wavy, and as well as Pyroshiki, ladies and gentlemen. What a beautiful map, what a beautiful way to end this Saturday with a tiebreaker between Team Auge and Waddle Bleep. This is going to be absolute cinema, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be amazing to see, and I can't wait for you guys to see it.
Definitely going to be an interesting map to watch again. Just if you are you know who the mapper is, maybe you can already kind of expect what we are going to be seeing here today, right? There's a lot of going to be a lot of just general again, just full streams, not in the way that they are going to be incredibly spaced, but generally just in very interesting shapes are going to be present, right? And together with, again, just some aim department and overall mapping that is suitable enough for the tiebreaker. It is a great map. It is a great map, nevertheless. So definitely hyped to see it finally coming in. I believe a first tiebreaker of the Resurrection Cup so far, and that is exciting for sure. The only question is if they are going to be able to keep that up for now, as they are going, both the teams I believe are going to be taking some of those timeouts just to calm your nerves up, get your hands going again and ready for the 200 BPM challenge that is before them.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna start our tiebreaker in just a few moments between Team Auge and Team Waddle Bleep, and it is gonna be an amazing spectacle here, ladies and gentlemen. This is gonna be absolute cinema, like I mentioned. Maxim, Krishina, Auge on the side of Rose, Iris side, Lil Brad, Wukio, and Might. They're gonna be joining us for this tiebreaker. The team that loses will be eliminated from Resurrection Cup 2026. All on the line here. Who will continue through the losers bracket and who will be eliminated? We will have to wait and see, as this map will be starting 7 minutes and 48 seconds. Get ready, get comfortable. We're gonna be here for a while, ladies and gentlemen, but here we go. We are starting our tiebreaker with a big 200 BPM stream, and we see breaks coming in from Lil Brad and Maxim, as well as Auge and Krishina. Everyone already broke except for Wukio and Might on the side of Waddle Bleep. So a very good start for the Iris side right now.
Definitely a good idea for them, a great omen, as you might have mentioned, but still that is going to be only a start. The 8-minute mark is overthrown, is not an easy to get through. The stamina is going to be tested, and we are already see that it might be a little bit of a trouble, especially as the accuracies are going down from both sides. Maxim is sitting at around 94% accuracy from his side, and Auge following closely behind with 94 of his own, while Team Waddle Bleep are still holding the respectable 98, 97 and 95% accuracies. Of course, we are still going to be seeing as we are getting through this kind of a build-up situation here, it seems like the combo is not going to be reset too much. No man, that Might and Lil Brad are going to be fighting double break right before an actual aim part going to be coming in, and Team Auge is again in the driver's seat. They are in the combo, they have the accuracies, they have to just continue doing what they are doing best, and that they are trying to perform as well. The map is only going to be closing down on its first quarter.
Yeah, we are exiting the first quarter, going into the second, and a good recovery is happening right now from Team Auge. Maxim, Auge, and Krishina, all three those players, they managed to recover their combos from those early misses at the end. But there goes Auge as well. But right now it's just Krishina and Maxim holding on to combos. And on the side of the Waddle Bleep, however, you have Little Bread finding some sort of recovery, as well as Might. Wukio finding some difficulties here, but there goes Auge as well, finding a break. Maxim and Krishina still holding on to their combos as they enter the 1k combo mark, and everything is still up and is still going to the side of Team Auge right now. And ladies and gentlemen, if this keeps going, I'm not too sure whether it could happen, but we still have a lot of map to be played. Auge finding another break, and we are exiting the first third of the map, so everything can still happen. But if this continues this way, this could very easily go to the side of Team Auge. It's only 110k score difference, but these combos being built up by Maxime and Krishina, they are very good combos. They're very big combos that are not being broken, and no one really on the side of Waddle Bleep is being able to build up some sort of combo, but Might actually is building up some combo, as well as Wukio. So if Maxim and Krishina do find breaks, this could maybe flip to their side, but there's still a lot of map to be played. We're almost at the halfway point.
Yeah, I mean, there is just not a lot that you can do as a team Waddle Bleep as when you are going to be seeing those two ginormous combos coming in from Maxim and Krishina. But again, you just have to do what you can do. You cannot just pray for some mistake from the other side. You have to build up so that you can actually capitalize on it. You have to wait for the wound and go for it when it appears. And for that reason, there is still some incredible performances coming in from Waddle Bleep. Unfortunately, Might will be the one to find a break. Forward crossing behind by Maxim. Lil Brett is the only combo right now sitting for the team Waddle Bleep, trying to pretty much equalize what Krishina is still doing, heading towards the 2000k combo mark little by little, and going down towards it. He is going to be the only sizable combo on the board, with the exception of Lil Brett.
Krishina still holding on for Team Auge as he is entering the 2k combo mark. No signs of stopping whatsoever. This could be a play of a lifetime, and there's still slider breaks happening from Auge and Little Bread, but it doesn't really matter because Krishina is still shredding, is still going on this 7-minute, almost 8-minute gauntlet of a map. We're exiting the second third, and Krishina is still going. All eyes are on him right now, ladies and gentlemen. He is hitting these 1/3 sections, dropping some accuracy, but it doesn't really matter because the combo is still there, and that is helping Team Auge stay in the lead. There's nothing really that Team Waddle Bleep is doing that can counter what Krishina is currently doing. Krishina still holding on to combo for Team Auge, and Maxime and Auge are still trying to recover some of that combo, but this is the Krishina spectacle, ladies and gentlemen. Not breaking on the 1/3 yet again, but Krishina is still going. No signs of stopping. Nothing that Waddle Bleep is doing can counter what Krishina is currently still doing. 2.5k combo is imminent and it's still going. Krishina is still hurting these streams, these very awkward streams, might I add, and nothing is stopping this man. Nothing is stopping him. He doesn't want to break. He doesn't want to miss. He doesn't want to do anything except keep hitting the circles, keep finding combo for Team Auge, and he is still going. We have a little bit less than a quarter of the map to be, and Krishina is still going. What are you doing, man? I think this is already set in stone. I think Waddle Bleep will be unfortunately eliminated from the Resurrection Cup 2026, but Krishina wants more. He wants this FC. He wants the 3k combo, and he is still on a run of a lifetime, ladies and gentlemen, as the map is entering its final moments. Maxime also breaking the 1k combo yet again, but doesn't really matter with Krishina because Krishina is still going. I have no words for what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen. This is tiebreaker, and Krishina is doing things that no one else is doing. 3,000 combo for Krishina right now, and still going. He is unstoppable. He is the #1 ranked player in Osu, and this is why, ladies and gentlemen, he is still hitting the streams. He is still going, ladies and gentlemen. He is not stopping. He's still hitting the burst. He's still hitting the streams at 200 BPM. And will he be able to find a full combo? If he finds a full combo, this is actually one of the scores of this round, ladies and gentlemen. Krishina is still going. He doesn't stop. And 550,000 score difference is what separates both of these teams. But this match is always said. But there goes Krishina finally finding a break. Finally, Krishina finding a break. But everything that needed to be done was already done by Krishina. 850,000 score difference. Half of the team score is by him. And Waddle Bleep will be eliminated. Team Auge will go on through the losers bracket.
That is just the #1 player for you. That is just the performance that you might expect. Almost getting a reverse choke on the tiebreaker of the round of 16 of the Resurrection Cup 2026. Incredible performance. But unfortunately for Team Iris, you have to mention that even if score from Krishina did not happen, Maxim was still here to cover whatever the other team was trying to do. He still had that second best score on the lobby, I believe, closing down on 500k score mark, but well, it is how it is. It is the end of this match. It is going to be the reason why Team Auge is going to be advancing towards the quarterfinals of this tournament. And unfortunately, no matter the performance that Team Waddle was able to do, it was just not enough today, and you just have to hope for a better luck next time.
Better luck next time indeed to Waddle Bleep, who will be eliminated from this tournament. But Team Auge is still advancing through the quarterfinals of the losers bracket. So congratulations to them. And this was the final match of today, but don't worry, we have matches happening tomorrow, and we have a match in just a few hours between Rectangle and the Cup. The team is called the Cup. So I'm not too sure if that match is going to be streamed, however, but hopefully it will. But if that doesn't happen, you have matches tomorrow starting at 12 UTC with Harambe United and Team Flash. So those matches are going to be incredible to watch. Hopefully everyone has a good rest of your day. I've been Bernie, my co-caster has been Tommy, Pixtor has been the streamer. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.